All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, guys. Are you serious? I promised I would give you an update on my cousin that was shot and killed in the train in Chicago. You may have seen this on the national news. I see now that CNN is covering it, and all the national news is covering the story. But my first cousin was murdered Monday on the train in Chicago. Um, very tragically, I saw it happened Monday. It was Labor Day, and I saw on the news that that somebody had just murdered four people on the train, the L train in Chicago. Um, but I did not know till yesterday morning that one of the four that were murdered was my cousin. Apparently, this man randomly killed people. Here's what CNN's reporting. They said and I'm gonna tell you our family is stunned. I can tell you our family is stunned. The Chicago man who charged with murder in this fatal shooting of the four Chicago train riders has been ordered to be held without bond. Um, Ronnie Davis, he's 30 years old, was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder at the Forest Park Police Department. He appeared in the Maywood court yesterday wearing a tan Cook County jumpsuit with shackles around his hands and ankles. Prosecutors told the court evidence will show that Davis shot one victim twice in the head and the back, shot a second person in the side of the face and arm, shot a third victim in the back of the head. And then he went to the next car where he shot a fourth victim from behind. That victim raised his hands in a defensive posture before Davis still fired and shot and killed him. So all four were killed execution style, early in the morning on the L train there in Chicago. My cousin being one of the four. It's this guy, he worked at Taco Bell, different stuff like that. So here's the bottom line: this guy just brutal. He didn't know any of the four he killed. He killed four random people for no reason. Just get up and he's got a gun on himself, and he walks through the train and picks out four people and murders them. My cousin Margaret Miller, she was 64. I went to high school with her, of course, and we lived in the same hometown. And it's my mom's brother's daughter, oldest daughter. So, our family is stunned. There's no motive for this. This guy just did it there's no motive. According to police, they can't figure out why he did this. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, it's again the murdering that's going on. I mean, they were all sleeping in the car. I mean, and the first three that he killed, which apparently one of those was my cousin, was execution style, and just no reason. She was a very sweet person. She was very kind, a very nice lady. She never bothered anybody. I mean, this is a very, very, very sad story. I mean, she was just at the family reunion in early August, and she hadn't had a chance to be at one of those family reunions in a while. It'd probably been 6 or 7 years since she had been in one, and so it's just once again. I deal with these current events, and I talk about all these terrible things that happen all over the world. And the thing to always remember is every time somebody is brutally murdered, stabbed, whatever, these shootings at the school yesterday, all these things, those are real families, children, or husbands, or wives, or daughters, or sons, or brothers, or cousins. I mean, all these are people. And generally, these are innocent people just being murdered and gunned down for no reason. He's been charged, though, with 4 counts of first-degree murder. This is a capital murder. The judge said this murder suspect in Chicago train mass shooting is ordered held without bond. The defendant defines violent. He basically, when you say the word violent, you might as well say his name. So I told you guys I would come back and give you an update on this situation. And, so I think I want to, first of all, say to all of you, thank you for your prayers. We've received there was a lot of great comments on even yesterday. Thank you all for your support and for your prayers. And we really do appreciate it as a family. And we're all stunned. Okay. We're just all stunned, but you never, and I see all these news articles, and I mean, every day coming at me from so many different angles and different stories. And my son Bart actually covered this story over it, and didn't realize that one of the 4 was his cousin. So, he put it on his channel, BC Begley. I actually posted, he actually did an update like he does for me, those updates, and he actually covered the story. And you can see it. It's right here on my YouTube channel. He covers the story, and he reads the story, and he has no idea that it was his cousin that was one of the 4 that were murdered. So I've talked a lot about the shootings and the murders that goes on in Chicago. It's not the only city in America where this goes on. This goes on in every city in America. But it's the senseless violence and the brutality of the murders and why people do what they do. It's just, and then why did they all shoot the pastor's house up in Tennessee, Pastor Greg Locke, who's in our webinar. I just interviewed him a week before, and then somebody shoots 40 rounds into his house, blowing through the walls and the windows and his truck and his garage and he had a daughter home, and fortunately she wasn't hit. But there's evil. There's real evil. And I say that all the time. There's real evil in this world. And when I wrote the book, Revelation 9:11, I'm telling you, I tell people, Apollyon is coming out of the pit, unleashing the demons of hell on the earth. And it's real. I'm not joking around. And it's coming home to everybody at some point. There's just too much of the wickedness, demon-possessed individuals, violent individuals who would just walk through, just go and murder 4 people for no reason, just shoot them while they're sleeping, don't even know who they are. This is just pure evil. Why does he, Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. And I'll be back with, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world, but I wanted to tell you that it confirmed it. It is my cousin, and it was brutal, and it's terrible. So thank you for your prayers. Give your life to Jesus Christ, folks. That is who we have to trust every day. All of us. God bless.